Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to train calves and I'm going to share with you some of the science that I have learned about training the calves as well. And I am a little excited and nervous at the same time because I rarely train calves, but since one of you suggested me to make a video of it, here it is. I hope you enjoy it. We're at the gym. So earlier I said that I rarely train calves, but if your main goal is to train your calves, then I am here to help you as well. So with almost any body part that you want to target on, you want to increase the frequency of that muscle group training to at least twice per week. So calf training for around 1 to 2 times per week. And as for the calf training in a session, you want to prioritize it at the earlier part of the training because later on they will be fatigued and you will feel this neuromuscular connection later on. And also because they're mostly made up of the type 1 muscle fibers, and these are the slow twitch muscle fibers. They get fatigued very slowly, so you want to amp it up while the other muscles are not fatigued yet in order to give the full muscle burn. I hope that it makes sense. So now without further ado, we're going to get into the calf exercises. The first exercise that you want to start off your calf leg section is the seated calf raises. It is because this exercise mainly targets the soleus muscle, which is a thinner but a muscle with a larger surface area underneath the other heart-shaped muscle, the gastrocnemius of the calves. And the reason is because since the soleus consists mostly of type 1 muscle fiber, which means it takes longer for them to be fatigued, you want to prioritize them early on in the training, especially if you want to grow your calves. And so they will get a longer period of being activated throughout your entire leg session. You also want to make sure you're training with slow speed during the eccentric and concentric portions of this exercise, since a study by Takami et al. Found greater activation for the soleus muscle when comparing between the 630 and 60 degrees per second. Also, many articles online advise you to train with higher reps with lighter weights for the soleus, but the reality is it may be more complicated than that, since there are studies showing either high rep training or low rep training being better for type 1 muscle fiber growth. So I would suggest you to play around and do what works best for you for all these exercises in this video. And shortly after the seated calf raise, we want to do the standing calf raises to target the gastroc, since this muscle is a biarticular muscle which works on both the plantar flexion and knee flexion. And I find that using power to explode your legs up and pausing on top for like 2 seconds could help. You could even include calf raises during your squats later on in your leg workouts, since this could amp up your intensity in your sets, and of course you'll be building those calf muscles as well.
All the way down. All the way down. Full stretch.
I'm filming. Okay, so now anyways, we are going to do calf raises with the leg press. What I found in the literature is that placing your feet lower down in the leg press pad allows you to activate your calves more, as in this study shown by Escamilla et al. Unlike other muscles of the leg, it does not matter whether you place your feet wide or narrow because the calf muscles are not involved in hip rotation at all. Another way of building the calves is to do the lying calf raises. This is a great way for firing up your calves even with your own body weight. You can ask your gym partner to stand on your feet too, then lower your body weight as in a glute ham raise. But unlike in the glute ham raise, you will not be using your hamstrings, but squeezing your calves to pull your entire body up. Another one of my exclusive calf exercises are the stability ball calf rows. Remember not to use your calves for pulling the ball toward your body. Instead, the main flexion and extension point is at your feet. Make sure your toes are pointing straight from your legs for a full plantar extension and flex back to a 90-degree for a full plantar flexion. Another one of the top calf builders are the donkey calf raises, except I'm not bent like a donkey but still getting a full stretch in my calves, just as how it's on a calf raise machine. Hashtag no machine, no problem. Unlike the standing calf raise, this will prevent you from using momentum for bouncing your way back up, which means you'll be able to perfect the calf raise technique more. Make sure you fully squeeze your calves in the isometric position too. Last but not least are the calf raise walks, which will help you shape toned aesthetic calves just like a ballerina. I like to add this exercise as a finisher at the end of my workout to make sure that my calves are fully exhausted. And so yeah, that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know if you train calves or not down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on my next video.